So today we have another Darwin's Rants, and I have some amazing news for you guys. And thank you to Noah. I just met him this weekend. He offered some beer, and I'm celebrating tonight because even though I'm working tomorrow morning, I'm just gonna have one beer. I need to celebrate after this news. Wow. So all right, I'll give you the. I'll have this. I'll give the news, and then I will go through it a little bit more chronologically. I just accepted an offer at Morimoto Asia in Disney Springs. This is literally what I've been looking for so long. Oh my god. Yes. Finally. God, I needed this. So yeah, let's go chronologically. So, a little bit of preface. So, if you guys don't know, I had my dream job. I was working at Stanford Brewing Company in Maitland. I was there for, even with the takeover, there for like over 5 years. Made my entire friend group pretty much of while that I have in Florida, in Orlando. We actually just went out for my birthday. Which is crazy enough. I literally had the interview that afternoon. They went out for my birthday last night, and then put out the news about getting the job today. So if you don't know, so then last year, Stanford Brewing actually closed at the end of October, and got bought out by another brewery. And I sort of was hoping that it would open up real quick, but it didn't happen. So I was like, all right, screw it. I got to do something about this. So by the end of November or December, I was just applying for work, applying. So since then, I've been applying for work still. So basically, like nonstop applying for jobs online for. I mean, we're in October now. Yeah, let's say just like almost a year. 10 to 11 months. So apply. Literally every notification on Indeed. I have LinkedIn now on there too. I can count. Yes. Despite the hundreds of jobs that I've applied for, I've only gotten. I can literally count on my hand how many interviews I've actually gotten. Yeah, about 5. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Hundreds, and I've had literally 5 interviews, and with my qualifications too. It's crazy. So yeah, it was a rough battle, but thankfully I ended up getting employed by Brulando by December, working in January 2, and then transitioning that into opening up Brulando in Maitland, which worked out for a couple months until they fucking fired everybody of the staff. And I'm so happy to hear it. I actually was walking around dropping off resumes locally. And the place next to what is now Brulando, used to be Stanford Brewing Company. I'm pretty intimate with the owners. There's a couple. They own a sandwich shop, and I've worked next door to them for over 5 years. I mean, they're nice people. Like, we literally see each other like every day because they are there 5 to 6 days a week. I was there 5 to 6 days a week. So you're gonna run into each other. And all they can tell me is that Brulando sucks. It's always closed. It's always slow. There's no business. So yeah. Anyway. So in the meantime, I've been applying for work, blah, 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 blah. Run route just doesn't have enough hours for me. And then obviously I got a job here at F&E Cantina, which is just really not working out. Like it just feels, it's a lot of work, which is fine, but it doesn't pay enough. I just have been, I've been looking at my paychecks. I mean, anywhere from $500, $600, maybe $700 a week for like 4 or 5 shifts. Let's say, yeah, I think I've been doing 5 shifts. So 5 shifts, like maybe $500 to $600. And then taxes hit. Thankfully, Florida's pretty good about it. It's like 15%. But I based on what I was doing at Stanford Brewing Company, and again, not even like trying to be greedy, just like trying to survive and all that stuff. I need to at least be doing double to 2.5x of what I'm. Yeah, let me think. Yeah, easily. Yeah, I literally cannot be going to work and walking out with like less than $150, including my hourly, not even just tips, just including my hourly. Yeah, it's just way too low. Yeah. So it just can't sustain it. And thankfully, I've been working like a dog because I'm working at Runabout like 2-3 shifts a week. So I'm working like 8 shifts, which again I already explained to you is not, I'm not working 8 times 8. I'm not working 64 hours a week. It's more like, it's bartending and serving. So like, it could be anywhere from. The range is big because lunch shifts are garbage, and I'm there for like 2-3 hours at most, which is like, why didn't I even suit up? Well, no, it'd be fine if I suited up, drove to work, and made real money. But like literally, it's like showing up for 2. It's literally spending an hour setting up the entire restaurant, and then working for like an hour and a half, making like $20 and going home. Like it's just like what the fuck did I even do? Like show up for work today for? Yes. So and not to shit talk. I love the people I work with. Obviously, I love serving in general, so like it's fine. I love the people I work with. The person that got me a job, my friend Allie, I worked with her for 5 years at Stanford Brewing Company. My friend Mike, that worked for Stanford Brewing Company for like 3 years, also is working there now. And I love the people I work with. I literally just started a fantasy league. Even though it's like going to be week 6, we drafted actually Sunday, and we're going to be playing starting in week 6, which is crazy. But then like I built this freaking stupid super team. It's absolutely insane. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys care, but it's like the team is literally like Puka Nacua, Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams, Emeka Buka, Jake Ferguson, Packers defense, like. Whatever. I think I have Dak Prescott, so that's the weakest. That's the weakest point of my stat. But it's just like it's just stacked. My bench is How about my bench could literally be a starting lineup, but it's only 7 people, and a couple people auto drafted. And anyway, let's past fantasy football. So it's just not working out financially. Yesterday, I had my interview. So if you guys don't know what Disney Springs is, it's outside of Disney, and I actually went there once with the kids and Katie. I forget. This was a while ago. I think we had little Audrey walking around, and it was hot as fuck. So now you're like carrying a kid on you. And it's the best way I can describe. So it's near Disney Springs. The best way I can describe it is it's an outdoor mall, which is weird, but it's an outdoor mall on a lake. So there's massive parking garages around the place, and there's a bunch of retail shops. Like, I love Uniqlo. If you don't know, it's a Japanese clothing company. But a bunch of retail places, like Uniqlo, whatever. You can think of a mall, just retail places, a bunch of them. But as you're walking, it's not enclosed. You're just outside. Excuse me. And then it's got a bunch of just restaurants and shit. It's got an Irish pub. It's got a American. It's called. I've never eaten at any of these places. The other thing about Disney Springs. From what I understand, and I think I Googled it like a few years ago, Disney Springs has multiple of the most highest revenue restaurants in the entire country, which is just insane if you think about that. Like literally, like some of these restaurants just make, I don't even know the number. You can look it up. It's just gajillion, million, to badillion, zillion, gajillion dollars. Like they some of the highest revenue of the entire country, all of USA. I would think it'd be like Vegas or something. Like, no, or dude, Mickey Mouse World, Mickey Mouse World. So yeah, right outside of Disney, this area called Disney Springs. I think multiple of the top 10 or top 100 are just in that area. This tight little area, tons of foot traffic, nonstop. So one of the restaurants there is called Morimoto Asia. If you don't know Morimoto, Chef Morimoto. Iron Chef Morimoto. So it's a really, really fancy looking Asian restaurant. I've never actually, obviously when I went there, I walked by, but I've never actually been in the restaurant. Beautiful, beautiful restaurant. Even on a Monday, my interview was 1 o'clock, so it's right after lunch. Even then, the place had like over half capacity. Yeah, at least like half the tables were taken, which is crazy. Like on a Monday after lunch, I don't care where I work for. I just expect the place to be freaking empty. Good portion of restaurants down here are closed on Mondays. I don't know about you guys, but good portion of your restaurants probably closed on Mondays. And God forbid, like, if you are open Monday after lunch, like 1:30 to 2 o'clock, 1 to 2, you're probably dead because the lunch rush already hit, But this is Mickey Mouse world, dude. Tourism, high value, and so I had my interview yesterday. Had a great interview actually. It went on for a full hour, which is quite long. I don't know about you guys how long you take interviews, but it went on for a full hour. It's actually really interesting. The guy, actually, his brother got him into his brothers got him into craft beer. He's apparently a younger brother. He's homebrewed before. He likes black IPA, which is very beer geeky. He was given the tasting beer by Randy Mosher. His brother actually is apparently the regional sales manager for Dogfish Head of all Florida. So he knows what Advanced Cicerone is. Like, because most of the time I have to explain like what Advanced Cicerone is. Like, I know I'm not a sommelier, but like this is a very hard like certification. It's not only a beer exam, but it is it does involve cuisine and food and all this other stuff. It's also a very hard exam. Like, there's a reason why there's only 5 in all the state of Florida. That's me. There's only 5 in all Florida, and he understood that. And then interview went well because, like, from what I understand, they're having issues hiring people because a lot of people, well, I didn't know this, but like apparently a lot of hospitality people left hospitality during COVID and found other jobs. So they're having a hard time. They're just finding people that are in their 20s and don't know fine dining, don't know food, don't know. So I was like, bro, talk to somebody who knows food, who's been to like dozens of Michelin star restaurants in New York City, who has a lot of experience cooking. I literally like. Outside of beer, some of the most amount of knowledge I have is just like food. Like I've been like since I was like 5 years old watching Mario, Legassi, whatever, Mario Batali, Chef Yang with the Cleaver and the PBS and like Gordon Ramsay has been an inspiration in my life for so long. Just watching like not even the American stuff, like literally like. The British stuff, right? So like huge foodie, just like love food. So that kind of knowledge is just like, I have so much knowledge about food. Which actually did actually help me with the Advanced Cicerone exam. I remember studying with a bunch of the guys. They were like, how do you know all these dishes and everything about this? I was like, fucking, I don't only know about food. I know a lot about, I don't only know about beer. I know a lot about food. So anyway, interview went great. And then literally the next day, it was a full hour interview, and he's like, "Yeah, you might probably be hearing back." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can't freaking wait!" And then literally, today, this afternoon, I got an email like you've just been sent an application, sent a job offer. So I had to fill that out, accept the job offer, fill out some information. Like I literally just gave them my like social security and like where I've lived in the past X years. And then I email. So these are all automated. So like I literally don't even talk to anybody. So I finally emailed somebody that like says like, by the way, you should have gotten this email. I emailed them back like I replied to your emails and I think I filled out everything correctly. Let me know if I didn't. And they were like, well, thanks for the good turnover. Apparently the background check still takes 5 to 10 days. So we'll see. I don't know what I can imagine what would happen to a background check for a restaurant job that I wouldn't pass. Yeah. Okay. So I gotta wait a little bit more, but then I don't even have any information above that. I don't know if it's gonna be part time. I don't know if it's full time. I don't know when I start training and stuff. He did warn me it's a very vigorous training. Apparently it's 10 training shifts, which is crazy. I've never done that in my entire life. Like if you threw me into a brewery or something, like you could do like 1 or 2 training shifts, I'd be fine. A full service restaurant, even like I thought. Like F&D, they maybe do 5. I probably could have done it in 3, but these are this thing. But they're gonna do 10, which I understand. Like part of it is just like they want you to really know the menu because again, despite it being touristy and a lot of people just like wanting a quick meal, it is a finer dining kind of place. So you're gonna have to be able to answer all this kind of stuff. And from what I understand, like a lot of people were gonna have issues like learning this and learning that. I'm like, bro. Don't even start with me. Asian food and just food in general for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna breeze through all that. But then there's other stuff that I understand I need definitely to change around, like their POS and these trays, which I do not use. And the intricacies of the restaurant. Sure. Fine dining, I'm gonna learn all that shit. But if you're gonna train me on food and sushi and all that shit, don't worry about it. I'm gonna crush the fuck out of that shit. So drinks too, cocktails and beer, whatever. And then actually found out. My former general manager, he was hanging out for my birthday We used to actually Morimoto Asia apparently was one of the top accounts for Sanford Brewing Company. Our basically it's basically a triple, but it was a Belgian Golden Strong or a triple, whatever. It was like a Gold Monkey kind of thing, right? Apparently one of our biggest accounts was Morimoto Asia, which I didn't know. I was like, oh shit, I probably should have mentioned that during the interview, but I didn't find out later. So, but yeah. That's huge. That's huge because, like, literally, I know that I'm way overqualified for so many of my jobs, and finally getting into a place that is like high tourism, high business, high fine dining. Like he told me, I think he's like, yeah, for dinners we'll run anywhere from like, I think he mentioned it was like 18 servers, and the restaurant's not that big. But I was like, freak me. But again, I bet that restaurant is also up there in revenue of like, a really high volume, like revenue restaurant of like the entire, like in large scheme of things, that place probably is a beast in how much revenue it pulls in. So I've never worked at a place like that. So, wow. Oh man. Cause I know, I mean, like, again, this maybe is not the end all be all, right? I probably should find something more stable, find something like an office job or, like a real adult job or whatever you want to call it. But like, maybe something legal world. Maybe I need to find insurance or something. But that kind of transition involves me, finding something niche or figuring out something. Right now, today, I can freaking get a job at a restaurant, bar / hotel, do hospitality. Like, that's just like, that's my entire career. I've literally worked in nothing other than that. I mean, I've had a couple legal internships, but that doesn't, and I'm an attorney, but that doesn't mean anything. Like I couldn't just walk into like a law office and start working. I would have to be completely trained up, like I was just right out of law school, right? This is exactly something I'm way overqualified, way experienced, way knowledgeable about. So at least there's that. But that I can immediately do. The other stuff I can figure out later, right? And this is exactly what I needed. I needed to get a job somewhere where that can pay the bills. That can, again, Disney, Universal, the hotels, resorts, Marriott, Hilton, blah 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 blah, whatever. Like that's where the revenue can be generated, and that's really what I need right now. So, amazing news. Again, this doesn't really mean anything until I start working. Like, I don't even know if it's going to be a part-time job, right? But even part-time is way better than what I'm doing right now, right? I don't even know what the expected income is, but I know it just has to be better than what I'm doing now. So I know for a fact, and it probably is actually, from what I'm guessing, the numbers might be ridiculous. Like, this might be the best, monetarily job that I'm ever going to have. Well, I don't know. But just the fact of just getting the acceptance. Oh. And Katie lost her job, so like I've been struggling for like months now. Like she has been out of work for like going on almost 2.5 months, and like so definitely need like yeah. I might have been able to swing it before when I was working at Sanford Brewing Company, but definitely not making that kind of money anymore right now. So I'm just struggling, and one of my credit cards needs to be paid off in like December at some point, and I'm like, well, where's that going to come from? So. It needs to happen fast. I need to freaking figure this shit out. But this is amazing. This is like this has to be the best news. This has to be the best news. I cannot think of more better recent news. It's been years. Okay. Oh man, it feels so good. Like this is exactly what I needed. Oh, you know what? Something funny. Just to be a little bit cynical. Actually, one of my friends is a great cynic. He's just real pure, like slice it like a knife slicing through butter. He's like, you think you being Asian was part of the reason why you got hired? And I was like, you know what? Good point. Because where my interview is actually on the second story of the restaurant, and there's nobody there. Because I guess it's used for events or whatever, overflow, who knows. I was just looking down the restaurant, seeing the operations of it. So again, first off, seeing how busy it is for just a Monday after lunch. But also, I think like I noticed about like half the servers are Asian. But I was like, bro, I'll take it. And not necessarily that it makes any sense that only Asian people should be working at Morimoto. Who knows? But I'll take it because my entire fucking career has been based off discrimination. I'm fucking gonna say it right now. Like, even in New York, I had a hard time finding like prime jobs. Like in my ideal world, I really should be like, I probably should be like some kind of sales rep, like, just like that kind of corporate job, crushing it. And there's so many breweries I applied for, but like obviously, you get an interview and you see a short Asian guy and you're just not gonna get it. And so it's not even the rep jobs. It was bar jobs. It was restaurant jobs. It was brewery jobs. It was, and this is even like, I mean, granted, before certified sister or whatever, but after I became certified sister, I'm like, how could it not be possible for me to, like, there were only so many back then. Obviously, way overqualified for beer knowledge. Like, what are you looking for then? But and then even down, after moving to Florida, still finding work was a hard time. Like, just I don't look like a person that works at most people that work at bars, restaurants, and breweries don't look like me, and so there's a reason I have not had an easy time working in this industry. So fuck it. So maybe it's part of the reason why I probably should get out. So, but anyway, this is amazing news. I'm done ranting. Cheers. I'm just gonna give you more updates as it comes.